Do you know that feeling when you have something that you want to be doing, that there is something important that you want to be concentrating on, but there are so many things, so many little tasks, and so many people, and so many other things fighting to get your attention and time? Has it ever happened to you? And what happens next? You cannot concentrate on that one thing and therefore end up not getting the results that you want, and therefore feel like shit. And personally, I hate that feeling. I hate it because I do not want to be focusing on little bullshit things. I want to be focusing on the real things. And to be very honest, it happened to me very often that I did this mistake. But in this video, we'll share with you the 4 steps that I follow and that I followed every single time that I had this problem, and that enabled me to eliminate it, to gain back control of my time, attention, and energy for what truly matters. So it literally happened to me last Sunday, where I was there. I wanted to concentrate on my work, but there were so many things fighting for my attention. Those homeworks that I had to do, then I had to study for that thing, then there was that person calling me, and then I had to clean up my room, then I had to do that other task, then I had forgotten that thing, then I had that other thing asking for my attention and help, right? I didn't like that because I wanted to free my mind from all these things so that I could actually work on what I wanted to be working on. And let me tell you that on Sundays, I normally have no thing to do. Like literally, I do not work out on Sundays, my rest day, and I also don't have school. So I could have literally been working the whole day long on this thing, on this work-related thing that I wanted to be working on. But guess what? I ended up only working on it for about 1.5 hours, maybe 2 hours. And that made me feel like shit. Because you have to know that every single evening when I revise my day, I ask myself what I did well, what I didn't do so well, what I could learn from the day. And when looking back at the day, I realized, what the fuck, bro, I had so much time, but did not spend it for the things that I wanted to be doing actually. And that made me feel like shit. But let me tell you that I had already been in such a similar situation in the past, and I had already solved it by using those 4 steps that I will be sharing with you in 1 second. But I somehow had forgotten about the main mindset behind of it, the main idea. Therefore, I had spent my whole day doing bullshit things. But when I got at the evening time, I looked back at it and I realized that it was very simply because I was playing so many games that were not worth playing and not worth winning. Now you may be asking yourself, okay, well, what do you mean with games? What do you mean with worth playing? What do you mean with worth winning? Let me explain. And let me tell you that if you understand this, you will very simply be able to get back control of your time and attention. Now, what are games? As games, I categorize all those things that I do throughout my day. Now, for example, sleeping is a game, working out is a game, working is a game, reading is a game, right? Doing homework is a game, studying is a game, helping family and friends is a game, even drinking is a game, right? Now, why is that important? Because most games are simply not worth playing. And how do we know that games are not worth playing? And not worth playing means that they are not worth doing, that are not worth putting our time and attention in. Why are they not worth playing? Because they are not worth winning. So you have to understand that most things that want your attention and your time throughout the day are simply things that are urgent, but not important. So what is the difference? Important things are things that actually get you where you want to get, are things that help you get closer to your goals. Urgent things are things that demand your attention, that seem important, but even if you don't do them, they will not have any bad things happening. And if you do them, you will just be spending your time on bullshit things because they do not get you closer to your goals. So the main characteristic of important things is that they get you closer to your goals. The main characteristic of urgent things is that they do not actually get you closer to your goals. They just seem important, but they are not. And so most games are not worth playing because they're not worth winning, because they're not important, they're just urgent, they want your attention, but do not actually get you closer to your goals, right? So many little tasks that I did throughout the day were so rubbish, so unimportant, but still I prioritize them over the really important things that were actually getting me closer to my goals. And so if you want to eliminate that problem, you just have to follow these 4 steps that I personally followed just last Sunday and that I followed already in the past to eliminate that problem for me. Now, step number 1 is to analyze your life. Make a list of all the things you do from the moment you wake up to the moment you go to sleep. Now, step number 2 is to categorize them in games. What do I mean by that? You probably do not drink only once a day, right? If you had to write all the times that you were drinking throughout the day, you would have like 25 times where you were there drinking, okay? Now, just categorize that as a game. Now, eating, you also do it 3 times a day. What else? Maybe brushing your teeth, you also do it 2 or 3 times a day. And all those things, you just categorize all those activities that can be bundled together in a specific game. Step number 3 is to ask yourself, like go through that list and ask yourself what games are worth playing. That is what I did personally, and I saw that it helped me out to ask myself what games are actually worth winning. What of these games do actually get me the results that I want, that get me actually closer to my goals. And if I simply saw that a specific game was just urgent, it wanted my attention, but it simply was not that important to get closer to my goal, then we get to step number 4, and I just had to eliminate them. And let me tell you that this is obviously the hardest thing, right? Most things seem urgent, and you feel really a little bit of fear when you leave them away, when you decide to eliminate them. But it's a sacrifice worth doing because they do not get you anyways closer to your goals, and they actually free up time, energy, and attention for the things that actually get you closer to your goals. So personally, I think that eliminating the games not worth playing is a very, very good sacrifice, because why are you playing them in the first place if they're not even worth winning, right? If you don't want to get something, if you don't want to get what a specific thing gets you, why are you even doing it, right? Why are you doing it? So eliminate them, and you will see that you will have so much more time, attention, and energy for the things that actually matter. Therefore, you will end up like being more concentrated, get better results, and everything will go much better. And I know that this was just a little mindset, a quick mindset shift to see things as games and just ask yourself what games are worth winning and therefore worth playing. But if you actually use these 4 steps, you will see that they will literally be a game changer. It seems so easy, it seems so easy. It doesn't look that like a big thing, but it actually works. And that is why I made this video, because I know that it works. I literally used them last Sunday, and they have literally changed a lot. So I really hope that this video helped you out. I wish you all the best, bro, and see you in the next video.